Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne, and I'm going to give a few moments for some of my friends to jump on. And I didn't know how to put out a notice that I was going to be on, so I'm just jumping on again. So let me go over here and share out my screen, and I will be right back. And I hope everyone who comes on is doing well. And let me see if this comes up. There we go. Okay, so let me mute this. And here comes Judy. Wait a minute, there's Judy. Hey, Judy.
Hey.
Our screen here. And I'm over here sharing this out. And a couple more of our friends are going to join us.
Cool.
Cynthia from Facebook, and you may recognize her, and Cynthia Dawson and Granny D. So I don't know if you're on Granny D's channel or not.
Yes.
Okay, so she's going to join us too. I just sent the links. So I'm going to go ahead and share this out. And do you want to share it out too, Judy, if you can?
No, I can't unless I go.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot you can't.
Well, the thing is too, I am in the Stream It app on my laptop. I'm not on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me just share this out then. Let's say live stream. I'm going to share it out in 3 places in hopes that somebody will see it because, you know, this is Saturday afternoon. I give no notice. And
yeah.
So, but you know what? We had so much fun yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. It was good.
Let me get that. Got that. Okay, I think I got it there. And did it. Okay. Now I can't hear you, Judy. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I just have to find you again. Where did you go? Oh, there you are.
I am here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have so far Livy Lim. Hello to you. Kimberly Robinson. Thank you, Kimberly. And Pyongyang. Hello to you. And so we're going to wait. Oh, there's Cynthia. Here's Cynthia. Hey, Cynthia, welcome.
Thank
Cynthia,
you.
Judy, meet Cynthia. You're both my favorite friends.
Hi, Diane.
So I can't, in this lat, oh, I can maybe do private chat here. Let me try because I'm not in YouTube.
Share your out. Cynthia, go ahead and share it out. Share the stream out. Do you know how to share your stream out on Facebook? You can share this out. You don't know how?
I don't.
Okay, that's all right. Cynthia, this is Judy, Cynthia, and long story short, I both of you, I encourage to jump ship from Facebook over to YouTube.
Yeah.
And so Cynthia is kind of where you're at, Judy, kind of where you're at, or where you were at 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago when you came on. So this is really, Cynthia's just starting kind of out on YouTube. Is that right?
Yeah.
Cool.
But Cynthia is a pro. She does Facebook live streams, and they're amazing and wonderful. But I'm trying to get you over here because you are a star like Judy, and you need to be over here. I mean, Facebook is like the big pond. This is like the big ocean.
Yep.
So it's a little harder to get started, but you hang out with the best of us, and you'll be up to 6K in 4 months.
There we go.
Yep.
Right.
Let me say hello over here. Just Holzer family, welcome from Austria. Thank you. Ginmish14. Guilford, thank you for coming. I was just on your channel this morning. Guilford has an amazing channel. Oh, there's D. D, where are you at? D? Hey, D. I'm going to put the link in here just a second. Okay. I think I do it this way. Wait a minute. Invite. Let's see. Copy to clipboard. Okay, so let's see if this does it for D, because D is going to come up here too. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, D, I just put the link in the chat. Click on the link and you should be able to come up here. Hey, Scott, welcome. Anyone else that would like, basically what I want to do with this channel is, you know, we host, there's going to be about 4 of us, Judy, Cynthia, Granny D, and me, and then anyone that would like to come up and shout out their channel for a couple minutes and tell us what it's about, I would love, love, love that. That gives everyone a chance. Can someone drop, Judy, is it possible for you to go get Guilford's a link and drop Guilford's link in the box? Guilford, it's Guilford's channel, and he has an amazing channel. And I don't know if he wants to come up along the way, but he's very welcome. And I'm going to pull Granny D up here. There's Granny D. Hey, Granny D. I'm going to pull Granny D up here. There's Granny D.
Hey,
Granny D, come up in audio on.
all kinds of feedback.
He's
Granny
got to put it on.
Granny D.
Hearing all that.
He's got
Wait, Granny, wait, let me write it in here. Granny, let me write it in here.
Y'all hearing all that? It's a terrible noise.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm gonna take it. Okay. Try to go in and come back to the sound. Okay. D, hey, I'm gonna have you come back in, but you're gonna have to turn your sound off. How did you do it, Judy?
well, you see, if I go on YouTube and StreamYard, there's feedback. So you can't do both at the same time. You have to do one or the other or silence one.
Okay, D, okay, let's see if that's better. Okay, I think she did it. D?
Y'all hear me?
Okay, yep, perfect.
You did it. Yay.
Yeah.
I don't have sound. I can't hear.
You know, you can't have YouTube up at the same time you have the StreamYard link on. So we have to kind of do it one or the other. And so since you're on StreamYard, just, you know, mute YouTube. And we have Guilford. Did someone put Guilford's channel up? Guilford's,
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I
We have Rich here. We have Scott. We have Sugars. We have Michelle. We have Nina, UK Vlog, which I go to a lot. Ryan, Granny G. Do you see some of your people here? So what I would like to do is everyone who's on here, we're gonna, the 4 of us are going to be the hosts today. And what I will do along the way is we're gonna invite anybody that wants to come up, can come up for a moment and talk about their channel and shout it out. But before we do that, I wanna go through Judy, Granny D, and Cynthia for each of them to tell a little bit about their channels so everyone knows who they are, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm going to start with Granny D. Granny D, can you talk and tell what your channel is about? Granny D. D. Okay, she can't hear us. I think now she can't hear us. Let me go ahead. Can Judy, can you type in there to D and tell her that that now her sound, she can't hear us. Tell her to mute YouTube, but use StreamYard.
Trying to.
Let's see if she gets that, because Cynthia, go ahead, and I would like you to shout out your channel.
Okay, I've got you on my, can y'all hear me?
We can hear you, Granny G. We can hear you.
We can now.
Okay, I got you on my phone.
Okay, but we have to mute your YouTube. We have to mute your YouTube because we're getting feedback.
But are you hearing feedback?
Mm-hmm.
I I muted my. I muted on the laptop, but I can't hear anything if I mute this.
There's a lot of feedback, Granny D.
I'm thinking, G. I'm wondering
Yeah, I
how.
know, and I don't know how to.
Is it on YouTube as well on your laptop, Granny D?
G, what you can do is you can mute. You can mute.
Yeah, I was on YouTube, and I had to cut my sound off there, so of course I'm not hearing anything.
Okay. Close out all YouTube and just leave StreamYard up. Can you do that? Hello, everybody. We are kind of working out our technical issues here for the moment, and then we're going to get started. Fila World, Elias, thank you. Sometimes if you are on the phones doing this, then you have to mute your mic if you are not speaking. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Elias. I appreciate that. Omia, welcome. Welcome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Cynthia and let Cynthia talk about her channel and shout it out.
Hi. Okay, so this is a new thing for me. But on my channel, we just try to do, several things. Number one, I like to try to, motivate people and stuff, and do share some funny stories of the happenings going on out here at the farm. We talk about skincare and makeup and just cooking. We talk about all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm. And now you're just coming over to YouTube. Is that right? So you've been a big Facebook star, and now you're jumping over into the big ocean.
Right. Big jump.
Big jump. And Judy has just started that 3 weeks ago. Judy, you might want to give her some tips on how to do this, later. Yeah. Judy is becoming a pro at this. And I have been up on YouTube publicly 4.5 months. Yeah. And I, prior to that, I had a channel, but I did not, it was only for family and friends. So 4.5 months ago, I came up public, and in 4.5 months, I'm over 6K.
Wow, that is amazing.
So a lot of
Diana Brienne came out.
Yes.
What was that?
Diana Brienne came out.
Right.
I came out of hiding. I came out of hiding. And so I've been up here 4.5 months, 6K. I've put up tremendous amount of content. And that's kind of contrary to what the experts say to do. Right, Judy? They say not to put out a lot of content. And I put out too much content. But somehow it's worked for me. And I'm not saying that will work for everybody, but it worked for me. So you may want to start live streaming your videos both on Facebook and on YouTube, Cynthia, so that you can build up your people here.
Yeah. I had, that is the one thing I'd been trying to figure out how to do for a while now. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Here we're going to bring up Dee. There you are, Dee. Did you fix it?
Okay, I think I'm good now. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Hear you. Yeah.
I'm so dumb. I'm just a little bit sick. I can never, when I'm on here, I can never see the chat. Also, can y'all see the chat?
We can see the chat. Yeah. If you're using your phone.
Now I can't hear Diana.
Oh my goodness. Granny G, would you like to go ahead and talk about
Cynthia,
yourself?
Are you Cynthia King?
No, Cynthia Dawson.
Can't hear me. Judy, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear everybody?
Yep.
You're good to go, Granny D.
I'm not hearing Cynthia or Diana.
Well, I just wasn't saying anything.
Judy, why don't you go ahead and ask her if she'll tell a little bit about her channel?
All right, Granny D, why don't you give us some information about your channel and what makes you so popular?
I wish I were popular. I don't think I'll ever get to 2K. I can't even get to 1,800, but it's okay. I've only been on a year, so that's okay. I'm trying to see where my camera is.
Granny D, you have a great
I
following.
do live chats Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 Eastern, Saturday and Sunday at 3. So that's a lot of lives in a week, 5 out of 7 days. Just do an hour and just have a great time with my subscribers. I got a great bunch. We call them the Squirrel Squad. And my background is squirrels that people, all my subscribers have sent me. Some are ones they've made. Some are ones they bought. Look at this one that some lady made.
Aww.
Horrible.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't he cute?
So cute.
Isn't it cute?
It is.
It's in California. I've got everywhere. And this cross back here, a lady made, and I'm just surrounded by stuff that my sweet people sent in, and I'm just blessed beyond measure. I've met if nothing else, I've met some wonderful Christian folks and all folks.
That's awesome.
Judy, ask
and I love
if
listening to
she can come
Diana,
back in.
her positive messages. I'm always going, a big amen,
Yeah, I'll ask her.
a big amen.
Hey, Dee,
Yeah.
Diana Brienne wants to know if you can log out and then log back in.
So that she can hear it.
See you soon.
Okay.
Judy, would you like to tell everybody about your channel?
Sure, I will. So my channel is quite unique in the fact that I inspire people from all over the world to live their best life.
Yep.
And I do that through multiple ways. And Diana, Brienne, and I have a lot in common. I'm 63. She's just about 63. We know we want to live to at least 120, and we have active lifestyles to show that. In other words, Diana, Brienne, and I walk our talk. So I help people do that. But first and foremost, I help people find themselves. You know, find themselves of who they are. What are they doing here on this planet? You know, what are your gifts, your talents, your purpose? How are you connected to your higher power, your intuition, your God sense? You know, and who are you at core level? So I help people do that, because without that definition of who you are, you're floundering. You're lost in confusion, anxiety, distress, disease of the body, you know, soul and mind. So I'm a transitional coach / counselor. And I get to help people all over the world tune into themselves. And it's the best thing I've ever done. I'm also a part-time artist as well. I write for a famous blog, and I do paint in my very small part-time time that I do, and other things that I do for crafts. But I would say that, you know, the best thing that I can do is to walk my talk and live my best life for me, and show others how to do that when they're ready to have an awakening of sorts, because it's an awakening that's on all different levels. It's not just awakening to their physical health, because how many times do we know of someone that started jogging and running and became vegan, and they're 45 and they die of a heart attack? So it's not just about the physical health. You have to combine the emotional, the physical, and the spiritual to live a healthy life inside and out. And that's what I get the privilege of showing up to do every day. And I love it, love it, love it.
Yes. Well, your channel is amazing, Judy. I have followed your channel or your page for 11 years. And you are so inspiring, so enlightening. And, you know, wisdom people need wisdom people. Yeah. And I surround myself with only the best, because I need the best in my life, because, you know, I don't want to go downwards. I want to go upwards. And I feel like we each have our own unique niche. And Judy, you do. And every day when I talk to you, you keep me motivated in the areas of my life that I want to stay motivated, such as eating healthy, being vegan, you know, exercising, all of that. We have all that in common. And a lot of people our ages are just sitting in the rocking chair doing nothing.
Yeah.
And so I really, really need that. Same with Cynthia. Cynthia, you are such an inspiration. You come out here and you get on these channels and you put makeup on and you show people yourself without makeup, and that's very brave. And people love you and they're endeared to you because you make them feel welcome.
Yay. See, I don't wear makeup either. I don't, unless I'm doing a big gala where I'm on TV or doing a new film, then I do makeup, or a new TV show that I'm about to do, I'll wear makeup. But I do my eyebrows every day. But you see, it's about being your best self, about who you are. And not many people are comfortable in their own skin, emotionally, physically, spiritually. And it's about when you come into that realization that you're more than just this physical showed up body here on this planet. That's when you really begin to live. That's when you can go, oh my gosh, this is a wonderful life here. Amidst anything that seems negative out there, you can still live a fulfilling, wonderful life. And, and Diana Brandt, like she said, we've been, together for almost 11 years now. 11 years. And I first saw her on Facebook doing videos, and why I kept watching her videos was because she was videoing her RV and she ran into a tree. Her ran into a tree. And I thought,
I was driving a 40-foot RV.
I think I like this girl. I have to watch her and see what she did. And then Harper Valley PTA or whatever. And watched her many hairstyles throughout the years and wished that I could have hair like hers. But now we know the secret. Someday, right? We know her secret, guys.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A good wig will do wonders.
I hear you. I have yet to find one in my color, but one of these days I will gladly wear wigs for sure.
Well, what I'm thinking about doing is like wearing a red wig one day, a black wig one day, kind of switch it up a little bit, kind of like what Cynthia does with her hair. Things don't get boring on here, But let me say hello to a few people. Jeffrey Hutchison is from our channel, from our page over on Facebook. Welcome, Jeffrey. Welcome, Familia, Michelle, a super new kid, Free Jackpot, and anybody else that I may have missed here. We're not ignoring you. I just don't like to interrupt anyone when they're talking. And so I notice you, and then I will get back to you. And anyone who would like to come up, just put in the chat box and I'll drop the link, and you're welcome to come up and shout out your channel for a moment. Okay. I would love that. Rich the DS, welcome. So just let me know and I'll put in the link in the box. So I would love for anybody that wants to come in and shout out their channel. So please do that. Okay.
Yeah. I gotta tell you that I started watching Diana, when I kind of first started getting into this, because at level 52, I had prior been into a bad accident and I've got a disability now because of it. And I kind of thought, well, things are kind of done now, I can't work anymore. I can't, blah, blah. And then I started watching Diana, and this is like great. So at level 52, I started learning new things and building, and it really, really impacted me too. A lot of people start getting in our age brackets and they think there's nothing left for them to do anymore. And it's just so not true. There's so much for us to do still.
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, that's what I empower people to do is we always have a purpose. Like I said yesterday on Diana's Live, I mean, my purpose back 40 years ago was raising 5 kids on my own in poverty and with abusive husbands. But is that my purpose today? No. So no matter what we go through, each thing we go through brings us to a higher and our next purpose. And it's about staying in touch with your higher self, your intuition, your God source, whatever that is, to know what your next purpose is. And I've got a lot of work coming in right now from people, because all of a sudden with this pandemic, our world has changed and people are being pushed, like they're being spurred onto a different purpose than what they had 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And they're feeling this unease within them about there's something I need to be doing. And what is it? and it's about being of service to you first, of course, but in service to others in a brand new way. So Cynthia, you're right. You found, that next purpose for you because of that tragedy. And yesterday, what was her name? Wasn't Vegas Diana Brienne? Who was it on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's living in the van now, right? After her health scare. Left corporate and now is in her van because she found her next purpose. And it's very exciting when you do that because, Cynthia, at our age, and I'm 63 and Diana is almost 63. I can say I'm older than Diana.
By a week.
By a week. But it's like we're moving into our next purposes. And if you don't know what that is, it causes a lot of turmoil within because you can feel that there's something, you just don't know what. So I love helping people find their purpose and start to live it, happily and joyfully.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Right.
You're always in your best, when you're helping to lift up other people and motivate other people. It does something for you. I spent about 5 years after my accident laying around just depressed and upset because I thought there was nothing. And it wasn't until some people came into my life that started lifting me up, and, encouraging me to try new things. And I absolutely like to be that person for other people. So
Yeah.
I'm going to bring up Yoga with Mo here, and
Right.
they're going to introduce themselves to us as a channel to let everybody know who they are. Okay.
Yay.
Anyone else that would like to come up is very welcome. Armed American Patriot, thank you for being here. Armed American Patriot is another channel that is amazing. So I'm going to bring up. There we go. Hello.
I can see
Hi,
and hear
Yoga
all
with
of you
Mo.
now.
Hi, Yoga with Mo.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, sweetie.
I'm in St. Lucia.
Welcome.
Oh, cool.
I teach yoga in St. Lucia, but I was teaching at one of the big resorts here, and on January 3rd, they handed me my check and my walking papers.
Oh, no.
And when this pandemic happened, I was kind of happy in a way because I have asthma. So I really shouldn't be out there mingling with people anyway. And I started focusing on my YouTube and growing my YouTube. And I've been inspired to do a daily wellness challenge because so many people out there, even though they're at home and they have more time now, they don't know how to, take care of themselves and make time for themselves. So starting June 1st, Monday, June 1st, every morning at 9 a.m., I'm going to come online and do half an hour of movement, breathing, meditation, what have you, to let people support people so they can achieve their wellness goals so that we can grow together, and give something back to the community while growing my channel at the same time.
That's wonderful.
that's great.
Great. Good for you,
Yeah.
Yoga with Mo.
Judy, can you put Yoga with Mo's link in the chat box so that everybody can connect with her?
Yeah, I'll go over to
Yeah,
YouTube and scroll and find her.
Thank you so much. Yoga with Mo, how long have you been up on YouTube?
Well, I have been on YouTube ever since I started my yoga business in 2013, but that was around the same time YouTube made the requirements for monetization that you have to have the 1,000 subscribers. So I was focused on my business in person and just putting up a video occasionally on YouTube because here in St. Lucia, I have a lot of older clients and they're not about going online, and so sometimes you think I have to go where the money is right now. But the past few months, it's really April 23rd that I really started focusing on YouTube. And since then, in a month, I've gone from just about 120 subscribers to about 350.
Wow.
So I'm hoping to be like Diane and grow my channel because I heard Diane did so well. So I'm here to learn from her.
Right.
Well, you know,
Right?
yoga,
Amazing.
what it is just creating great content like Dee and Judy and Cynthia. We all put out what I call amazing content. And even though Cynthia is making her way over to YouTube from Facebook, she has a huge following over there. So she needs to bring that huge following over here. And basically, Yoga with Mo, if you put out quality videos, you will get people. That's how I did it. You know, I go to other people's channels, of course, but my main way that I drew in so many new friends, 6K in 4.5 months, was because I put out a lot of content
Yep.
and content people wanted to hear.
Yeah, like that's the thing. I didn't have the time in the past to be putting out content because I was working so much, and I also didn't know about like going to other people's channels and connecting with them. I only just found out about that last month. But you know, everything happens on the right time, not before.
Yeah,
So
it does.
Yes, and by coming up on people's panels like you just did just now for a couple minutes, that will bring in new people for you. And that's how you do it. You go from channel to channel, and when you see somebody who's doing a panel, you just jump on for a couple minutes, say hi, tell them about your channel, and you will draw in people that way. That's how I did it. You know, I just got on everybody's channel. Some of the channels I went on, I really wouldn't want to go back on. But I went on all kinds of channels, you know, and just told people about my channel, and I drew in a lot of people that way. So it can be done. 4.5 months, 6K. I'm now over 6K. And I mean, I think Armed America Patriot remembers when I was at 200, because I think that's when I connected with them, was when I was at 200. Now they have a huge channel, and they do daily live streams. And so there's so many great channels on here. But I thank you, Yoga with Mo. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And you are welcome each time. And maybe one day you can come up and be a co-host with me. Would you like to do that?
of course, I would absolutely love that. I have all my Instagram and everything on my channel, so you can reach out to me through that. And I'd love to come on and be a co-host.
How about this, Mo? When you get off of here, can you go over to my Facebook and message me, and I will message you back. And that way we can correspond with each other, and I can bring you on as a guest host.
That'd be neat.
Yeah, well,
Awesome.
Diana.
Awesome.
Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate
Yes,
you,
that's
Mo.
excellent.
Thank you. Big shout out to you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
So I was, thinking, thanks, Mo, be in touch with you. I was, listening to Mo about how important it is for body movement. And that's the 3 core things, of course, that I do too, is being in touch with yourself physically, emotionally, and spiritually. But physically, you've got to move that body in some way, form, shape, or another. And you can move it no matter how old you are, what injury you have, how much you are disabled in being able to be fluid. There are so many things that you need to be able to, that you can do to maintain your physical body. And it is so important. So I'm happy that she's feeling that she has the service need to do that for others. So that's great. And I just looked at her channel as I was pulling it up. She's got a great channel happening.
Really?
So her link is in here, right, Judy?
Yeah, I put her link in there. Yeah.
Thank you. We have other Remy and Scott, Blended Whiskey, Big Daddy. Who would like to come up? Armed America Patriot, would you like to come up for a moment? If anyone would like to come up and shout out their channel for a moment, I welcome that. I put the link in there if you'd like to come up.
Diane, I was going to ask you what you thought about grow streams.
You know, I'm all for them. I think it's whatever you want to make of them. I think they will only work if you have great content.
Yeah.
If you do not have great content, people are not going to stay, nor are they going to connect. They may connect for 5 minutes and then they're going to leave. You have to have something on your channel to keep people there, because for me to have grown so quickly in 4.5 months. I had to have something that would catch people and keep people. And the one thing that I'm good at, well, I'm good at a lot of things, but the one thing I'm really good at is my daily wisdom. And I get my daily insights fresh out of the oven. And what you see is what you get. I come on here unscripted. It's raw. I tell you as I see it, and I put it out. And it can be about any kind of subject.
You have such a gift.
And that is what I do. Judy has her specific style and her specific way. Cynthia comes on and does makeup and makes people feel extremely comfortable. Dee, it's like going into someone's grandmother's living room.
I'm just granny.
Your granny, and everybody needs a granny. Everybody. That's why I do Grandma's Porch. You know, you're my sister because I've got Grandma's Porch and you're Granny D. So we're sisters. We're both grandmothers.
Inviting that porch looks.
It's right over to the left of me. So if you go look with the door open, that's Grandma's Porch.
Yeah. And something else I want to add, because I'm a new YouTuber too, even though I've had a YouTube channel for 5, 6 years, 7 years, I'm not sure, is that the growth channels are fine, but I find, if I get, 10, 15 from a channel, the next morning I'm down about 8. Yeah. Right, because they're encouraging you to go subscribe, and then they go and they unsubscribe, because there's a lot of channels that have a lot of gamers on them. A lot of gamers are up in the 10, 15,000. Right. And so, I don't think YouTube likes that. And that's why these growth channels say, please go and watch a video and watch it all the way through. So keep your about video really short and watch it all the way through and make a legitimate comment, just not hi, right? So YouTube watches this so that people can see that there's real authentic subscribers that are interested in your channel. So I think a growth channel has to come at it from a whole different viewpoint other than build the numbers.
Right. And I think when you get those subscribers and they come to my chat, for instance, then they're wanting my chat to be, they're like, let's go, let's grow. And I'm like, I'm here to help. And we do help each other. If somebody says, well, I need 5 more subscribers or something, then we'll, I have you subscribe to blah, 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 and all that. And I think, too, that YouTube may have taken away that, how we could just touch on somebody's name and go directly to their channel. I think they purposely did that because there's maybe, I don't know, that's just.
Yeah, Judy wasn't here when they did that, and nor was Cynthia, but Dee and I were. And all you could just touch on someone's name and you go directly to their channel. You can't do it.
I do it.
And the good thing about that too was your moderator, if you had maybe a troll and they didn't come right out and say something to begin with, but you wanted to check them out, you could hit on them, go to their channel and see if they had content and kind of,
Well, you can do that now, Granny D. I found that out a couple of weeks ago because I've only been doing this 3 weeks. You can download a Chrome extension to do that. And now it's highlighted. I just click on someone's name and it takes me right to their channel. I'm not sure what it's called. I installed it, but just go to your Chrome extensions and look for a YouTube name identifier or something, and it'll bring up some extensions for you.
Thanks.
Yes, and it's free. I don't have it because I don't use it, because I actually go to people's channels and watch a video and all that. But it's called go to something. Go to.
Yeah.
Yes.
In your Chrome extension. Yes, I did that right away because.
Would I give that? Would that be something I should give to my mods so that they could use, or should I be the only one that has it?
No, anybody can do
it. Anybody can have it. It highlights the name in let's see, I'm going over to YouTube, in green, and I just click on the name and it takes me. So anybody, it's useful for anybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's called Go To something.
Chrome extension.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. Because
welcome, Sonia. Sonia, I don't stress too much. Right, Sonia, I agree. And Rolling, welcome. Scott, welcome. Emily, welcome. Anne, welcome. I'm just kind of shouting out everybody, and anyone who wants to come on and join us, please come on.
Everybody. Sorry,
I put the link in there, so just click on the link. It'll take you in here, and then I'll let you on. So if you want to shout out your channel, I would love that. Yeah, so I think what Sonia mentioned is she doesn't sweat over subs, and I agree. I did a video today called Satisfied or Dissatisfied. Are you
Yes.
ever going to be happy? Did you see it, Dee?
Yes.
I saw it. I saw it.
And, you know, it's like, okay, when, you know, I couldn't even imagine getting to 1,000 subscribers by year's end. And now in 4 months, I'm at 6K. So, you know, but what happens in that, are you satisfied? There's always that drive for more and more and more. So what I decided is I was going to be happy now if I never had another friend again.
Yeah, and I
I'm happy with what I got. I'm happy. I'm happy.
But
And
at
if I
the
get
same
more,
time,
that's
like
great.
you said, you always want to grow, but yeah.
Right. You always want to grow, but be satisfied where you're
Oh,
at.
definitely.
Be happy.
Yeah.
And I'm happy. If I never, you know, get one more friend or one more subscriber, I'm very, very happy. Although
Right.
I hope, you know, maybe by year's end, I'll be at 10. Who knows? 10K. Welcome, Destiny. Welcome, Christine. Who would like to come on and join us? Anybody here? I would love, Yoga with Mo said it's called Go-To Channel. Go-To Channel.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Would
Excellent,
anybody else yarn it out? Yarn it out. Would she like to come on? Yarn it out.
Rosalie. She's in the Squirrel Squad. She has a phenomenal channel, and she's the jolliest lady. Oh my goodness, her laugh is just contagious.
Yarn it out. Why don't you jump on? I put the stream in there. I can put it in there again. Do you want me to put it back in? Let me put it back in.
And I
See if
think
you'd like
Judy's
to
in
come
the
up.
Squirrel Squad too. Judy Martini, right?
What's that? Yes, I
Are
am.
you in the Squirrel Squad too?
Andrew,
Yes, I know.
welcome,
I'm always
Daddy.
trying to pronounce names.
You
I'll
got
yarn it out.
you
We
got
would
it.
love to have you next time if you'd like to come on.
Martini is the last name pronunciation, and I have fun with that. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Another great channel if you want to laugh is Left is Right Crochet.
Hello,
Oh, my
Yvonne.
gosh.
Welcome.
Sandy.
Rich,
Hilarious.
welcome. Rich, would you like to come on for a moment? How about Armed American Patriot? Would you like to come on? You'd be our man on here. Or if your wife is
Represent.
available. We've got somebody, Rolling Homestead. Here he comes. Here he comes. Hey, Rolling.
How's it going?
Welcome, welcome.
Hey.
Somebody, Rolling Homestead. Here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, you got to mute. You got to do the muting. Rolling.
How's it going?
Welcome, welcome. Somebody, Rolling Homestead. Did you mute it?
Yeah, I just muted it. Too many people yelling.
Good, good, good. I love your fireplace.
Thank
Me
you.
too. Yes.
I was
Okay.
going, what is that? When I came on, and I was the one causing all the mess.
Now, Rolling, you and I met on Carla's channel, right?
Yep.
Yep. And Rolling has a good channel. Rolling. Where are you at now on your channel?
As far as what?
As far as your friends, because you've built a channel really fast.
Oh, we're at about 4,700.
Okay, you've done really, 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 really well, and you have an amazing channel. Rolling, I mean, you have. Tell a little bit about your channel, Rolling.
We do homesteading, and then in the wintertime, I do extreme winter survival challenges. So we got videos on that. We do a lot of reviews and trying to help YouTubers that are just starting and trying to get software to make videos and how to edit your videos. In the summertime, we do a lot of stuff with the homesteading, big gardens, growing stuff, being self-sustainable. Especially in the time that we live in now, it's really important to grow your own foods so you know what you're eating.
Exactly.
And then we do a lot of wild edibles in the spring and gear reviews on some of the camping stuff we use in the wintertime. It's kind of an all-around channel.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Now, Rolling, you also homeschool.
Yes, we do. Yep.
And how is that going?
It's just a normal day. Our kids are used to it, so it never. When the rest of the schools shut down, they didn't notice a thing. They kind of complain because they don't get holidays and vacation time. But
I'm a retired teacher, so I feel you.
So it's Mama does a good job of teaching them and keeping them in the straight and the narrow, and I try to teach them the agricultural side of things and how to as you grow up in life, to be more self-efficient.
It's really important and amazing because a lot of our young people today do not have those skills, and we've made sure our kids have learned how to can and cook and, make bread from scratch or whatever. These are things they need to know. Yeah.
That's one thing that I kind of lack in is I've had Amish people try to teach me how to make bread. I had Mennonites try to teach me how to make bread. I had Grandma try to teach me how to make bread, and I still can't make bread.
I feel you. I'm an old granny, but well, not really old. I'm 61, but I could make my biscuits are like Ellie Mae Clampett. You could kill dogs with this thing. Hard as rocks.
Well, I agree with you Rolling Homestead, because we have to learn how to forage everything in the woods as well as just growing in our garden, right? In our regular tomatoes and things.
If you look at how the wood is made and everything like that, if you go out there in nature, there's so many different plants out there. Everything is flourishing. But then we come home and we find that our gardens are struggling. We find we can't put stuff in the ground, and we have to really take a step back and look at how nature does it. And when I'm a farm boy all my life, and tilling up a garden and planting was my way of thinking. And then went to go to a no-till gardening and tarps and everything that I was taught not to do. Now I'm doing. It makes a big difference. You got to think that your soil is a living substance as well as the plants. And when you look at that, you're not destroying that live soil. It makes your plants so much more healthy. It gets the minerals back into you where it belongs. And we're humans, so we pick up and we absorb the minerals and vitamins so much quicker from vegetables than we do other things. So we really need to look at that when we do things like that. So it's been a learning experience for us, but it's been fun doing it too.
Yeah.
It's been raining so much here in North Carolina. I feel like I'm moldy, but we've got mushrooms everywhere. Do you know how, I had never learned. I would kind of like to learn about mushrooms and which ones are okay to eat and which ones are not.
Mushrooms are really something for your Pacific area, but as our channel it's Rolling Homestead and Wild Edibles. So we do talk a lot about the edibles for our area. Like we got chick in the woods, we have turkey tails, morels, all of those things, puffball mushrooms, but mushrooms have a lookalike. So you have to be careful which ones you grab because there is a lookalike for everything that's out there. It's not like the rest of the edibles.
Wow.
But once you figure that out.
Let me ask you something. How do you make, my daddy used to make dandelion salad, and I don't remember how he made it, but I don't even know how to pick it. Is it the leaf on the bottom of the dandelion flower? Do you know? Okay,
so dandelion is a wonderful thing. We make dandelion jelly. It tastes exactly like honey. You can't tell the difference between honey and that jelly. The whole plant of the dandelion is edible. Okay, it's a bitter, so your leaves are going to be bitters. And the reason why, if you know about your body and your system, bitters help to clean out your intestines and your kidneys and all that other stuff. So if you get the dandelion when they're young and fresh, you can eat the flower. And you can eat the leaves, you can eat the stem, you can eat everything of that, the root, everything. Wow. So salads in the springtime is a detox. Now, what the Native Americans did in the transition between winter and summer, they would do a detox because they ate meat most of the wintertime because the edibles weren't out there to get. So in the springtime, they would do a detox to get so that they could eat vegetables. And the dandelion is a huge part of that.
Yes, I know. Isn't that cool? I've taught that to my clients for years, and I have an ex-mother-in-law that used to go out to her front lawn and pick the soft thistles as well as the dandelion for salad. Pick them, walk in, put them in the salad, and we'd eat them. So I learned a lot from my Italian ex-mother-in-law, plus all of my training in nutrition as well.
Nettle is a huge plus for you. People get kind of freaked out when I go out in the woods and I flip them around and start eating them, and they're like, "Don't that sting you?" You know, I'm like, "No, you know what you're doing."
Yeah, that's
really good. I usually take my knives, I'll shave them right down the side, and it's like taking a bite out of a cucumber. And I just had some this morning. Asparagus. You know, so it's got that same flavor. So you just cut down the sides, and you can eat the stem on the inside. You just shave it off. There's some nutritional value in what people think are weeds are very much edible.
Well, I don't believe in calling anything a weed.
Yeah,
it's all a plant. Right? It's all for something.
It is. Yep.
Everything.
Hey, welcome, Scott. Welcome to you.
Hi, Scott.
Thank you. It's great to see you all.
Nutrition value of what people are based on and what they buy out of the store. If I go and I start breaking it down for you and actually tell you what you're getting versus what you pull out of your garden, most people would think you're getting robbed. You're paying for nothing.
Cardboard.
Yeah, exactly. Cardboard.
Cardboard, right? Which does you more harm than good. And then we wonder why our bodies are full of dis-ease in every sense of the word.
When I think it was black.
What's that, Scott?
What's up, Scott?
You guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Go ahead, Scott.
You can't hear me?
We can now.
Okay, awesome. No, we're just seeing all the food, a lot of processed foods and all that are all just full of fillers and stuff. So we're not doing our bodies any good at all.
That's right. That's right. We're killing ourselves slowly.
I think it was John Wayne, when he passed away, he had over 20 pounds of garbage in the front of his gut.
Yeah. It's interesting because I have a friend, a client who works in a mortuary. And he says, Judy, over the years, he's been there 30 years. He said in the past 10 to 15 years, and especially in the last 3 years, bodies that come in can lay there for over a week and not decompose with the amount of preservatives, sulfates, nitrates, and chemicals in them.
Yep.
He says,
that's crazy.
and it's like it's increasing over the years like crazy, he said. And he said it's just amazing to see that these bodies don't decompose because of the amount of crap we have in ourselves.
Most Americans eat processed food because we're in such a hurry.
Right.
Yeah.
Grandma and Grandpa showed you back in the day that nothing was made from a box. It was all made from scratch. But now we're so busy in our lives that we don't have the time to sit down and actually make a meal that's from scratch, that you make every portion of it.
I know.
And that's the big problem, is when you start to go buy processed foods, you run the gauntlet of bad health and disease. And look at the way the kids are. You have more autism. You have more all this stuff going on just because of what's being consumed. And I asked the kid, it was a while back ago, I said, you know where French fries come from? And he said, yeah, McDonald's.
You know what? One of the things that I've found too, because I do this a lot on my cooking channel, my mother-in-law taught me some of it. But you know, a lot of people want those mixes and they want those quick things, you know, so that's why they buy the box stuff at the store. But it takes a matter of minutes to make that same mix yourself out of the stuff you already have, and then you've got it in the cabinet. You don't have to go buy those with all the junk in it that they put in our food.
Yeah.
Well, I agree, but our parents, a lot of parents haven't taught them how to do that. And not only that, most parents are double jobbing. So they're working 2 to sometimes 3 jobs. And if they haven't been taught how to cook from scratch, and that takes time and effort, because you got to go pick your vegetables and your greens by hand. You know, a box of KD, you don't need to do that. You know, you just throw it in a cart. And but in order to eat healthy, you have to hand pick your foods, and then you have to know how to cook them properly. But if you're working 9 to 9 and you've got screaming kids and a dog that needs out laundry to be done and a mother who's dying because she's diseased, this is what they choose, because doesn't McDonald's say you get happy when you eat McDonald's? Like, there's something about that marketing program, right? But I think, this is, and I talked about this in the beginning when I talked about the work that I do with people, is this a huge awakening that's happening on this planet. Is thank God for the pandemic in many ways, because it's helping people wake up to a much slower pace, a much cooperative place, more cooperation and community, and an awareness of what's really going on. Aside from the propaganda about vaccines and this and that, people are starting to go, oh, let me look into something about this health-wise. So it's encompassing so many different areas of our life. This is the change that I allude to right now of this big awakening on this planet. So it's interesting that we've spent most of the time here talking about being healthy, because as I said, both Diana, Brianne, and I are 63, and there's nothing wrong with me. I don't take medication, and anything that if I happen to catch a cold, if a cold wants to come and catch me, I know how to kill it off in a couple of days. Right? So especially when I live up north of the border, north of Toronto, there's months we don't get a lot of sunshine. So susceptibility is really high. So it's important for me to keep my immune system up. But I know how to kill off these viruses and flus and things like that, because that's the research I've done for years as well. So Rolling Homestead, I'm so happy to meet you. And I think I've already subscribed to your channel while we're on here. So
Well, I got
Get off.
Big Daddy TV. Sorry, I didn't see your chat. I was looking at the one in StreamYard. So, there's so many things that you can do to help your body out. And one of it is staying out of the grocery store. Help your local food markets. Help your local farmers. Go by that way. And I was reading the chat here now that most people don't realize that milk comes from cows, and that was another thing that I asked somebody.
Yeah, not almonds. They don't. Milk doesn't come from almonds, people. It comes from cows.
Well, and if they really knew that we don't need milk from a cow, that we're the only species that drinks another animal's milk.
Yep.
Right. But this is the interesting thing. So I grew up with mom. My mom was a nurse, and she became a public health nurse for a while. And she believed in the Canada's Food Guide, which was taped on our fridge. And in the Canada's Food Guide was dairy products in there, right? Aside from your grains. And little did we know back then that the Dairy Council paid to have this food guide designed, right? So, this is the stuff that we're waking, I keep alluding to the big awakening that's happened. This is some of the stuff we're waking up to when we do our own information and our own research, and don't believe what we're told, but believe what we know and what we research and what we intuit.
Most people don't realize that a calf is off its mom within a couple of weeks after the milk is off, and the good milk for the cow or the calf, we separate that, and then we give the calf to get the nutrients into your antibodies and all that stuff that mom has inside of her, gives it to the
all the antibodies.
Yep. And then they're done. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Most people to this day, they still think they need to get that vitamin D. And I said, why don't you just go out in the sun? There's more vitamin D in that sun than there is in a glass of milk. I said, just go outside, enjoy yourself.
Yep. You got it.
I think you're right about a lot of people getting, awakening to, some of the things, because I've had many conversations on Facebook, and they're like, well, we're struggling, we can't get to the store. There's not food. There's this, you're having the same problems, right? And I'm like, no, I'm not. And for a little bit, some of them were calling me a hoarder, and it's like, people got to learn their standards. I was raised on a farm, so there's being stocked. Yeah, there's being stocked, which is different than being a hoarder.
We're not hoarders. I mean, I've got a year's supply of everything, and I stock up. That's what Grandma did. Grandma stocked up.
That's right.
Lots of yarn.
That's right.
There's a lot of things.
You have people who are going to the grocery stores. I work at a grocery store. Okay, I see some pretty crazy stuff. So when all of this started to happen, all this whole pandemic stuff started to happen, people were hoarding and hoarding and hoarding food, right? And then I found out that the big freezers, companies were running out of freezers because that's how much food people were hoarding, right? There's a difference between going to get what you need and then, going to the expense so everyone else is going with it, right? So there's a big difference, right? You have to make sure that other people and people you've been talking about community. Community is most important right now in this moment in time. We all have to be working together as community to make sure everyone has, because not everyone does have. I know what it's not like that not to have, right? So we have to make sure that as a community, all our communities need to be working together to be able to make sure that we all work together. There's that saying, I think a village to raise a child. Well, it can all break it all down to that too. We all have to be there for other and work together to be able to get through whatever we're going through at the moment.
Let me ask you this. What is it about the toilet paper? How come there's no toilet paper? I don't get it.
I have no idea. So
do you want me to tell you? I have the story. I have the story. So it was a test in compliance. A big test in compliance. Who's going to follow what they say? And it could have been anything. It could have been anything, but they chose toilet paper. And without going into any detail about it, it was a test in how compliant are you going to be to the upper echelon and believe what you hear and what you see. And this is the beginning of this show. I said, this is what I help people do, is help them connect to their part of them other than the part that's here on this earth, so that you know what's going on, that you can see with a different sense. And you can hear with a different sense, and you have a higher power working on your behalf. Because bottom line, all about compliance.
If you guys are you going to obey? Are you going to obey? Are you going to comply? Are you going to conform? Right? Yeah. That's what it all breaks down to. Right?
I'll give you guys all a little secret. If you know the reason why a bank is called a bank? No. They took it off the river. If you follow the money trail, you'll find out and learn a lot of things in a quick, big hurry. And what you see in this world isn't exactly what it's all about, because there's somebody above her that's pulling strings. And once you get out of the whole worldly views of things in life and you start looking at things to better yourself, you're a whole lot better off.
And that's what I'm alluding to. There's about the awakening, this huge awakening on this planet. And the toilet paper was just sort of a line in there about the overall, the minuscule part of the overall picture of the big awakening.
We just talked about for an hour and a half about this whole epidemic and pandemic and everything else. And people are wondering why about the shots and all this other stuff that's going on. And they're asking me if I'm going to get the shot. And, I don't think my body likes foreign substance in there. So I told him, nah, I don't think I'm going to get that shot. And I said, my son has been homeschooled his whole life. He's never had any, he never got any shots. We didn't, I don't believe in that kind of stuff. So then he was kind of sick off in the beginning, but now he's healthy as an ox. And then I started listening to a doctor talk about how bad they are.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Well, if you do your own research, do your own research about what's in these vaccines, and then do your own research about the ingredients. You can get them off any medical site, off of the patents. And this is what I say about being awakened to yourself is don't believe what you hear, do your own research. And then with that, you'll know what the truth is, And when you start looking at what's in some of these things, you begin to question, which is fine. And then you question, and then you do some more research, and then you make a decision based on where you're at, because everybody at a different level, right?
You make your own decisions by the research you do by yourself. You can do that. People don't realize that. They don't know they have that option.
No,
they just follow
They're out buying toilet paper. That's why.
If you guys look at this,
Diane, I have to run. I'm going to have a live in a little less than an hour. So
Okay, Granny, thank you
thank you
so
so
much.
much for
And Granny,
inviting
I would
me.
love for you to co-host with me again.
You
And,
sure?
and everybody, make sure you're connected to Granny D. You will love Granny D's
Please,
channel.
Bye, Granny
come
D.
to my
Love
house.
you, Granny D.
Take
Thank
your shoes
you.
off. Put your feet up. Love you.
Have a great day, Granny D.
Have a good one.
Take me off, Diane, or how's this work?
Oh, I think it just, let me see.
Just shut it down. There you go.
Got it. I'm
Well,
learning this. This is all new to me.
I know, me too. Because when I start doing
It's
lives,
all
I
good.
don't
We're all learning.
if I'm going to use my Be Live studio or if I'll get StreamYard. I'm not sure what to do when I start doing lives. So
you
I'm
guys,
on the fence with you, like StreamYards or
Scott,
the other one.
Scott, I think it's your microphone that has a lot of wind to it, and your voice kind of fades in and out and echoes in and out.
Prayer, in case you didn't know.
Hold on.
Yeah.
you guys want to see how actually things happen? Turn your power off for a weekend and try to do your normal chores or your normal daily life without any power.
I would love that. I know how. Yeah.
And then what we do is, and what we teach is how to grow things off your land.
Yeah.
And how to do the things so that you don't have to be dependent on the outside world.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, but then you try to grow vegetables and herbs on your front lawn and stuff like that, and you get freaking told you can't do that.
I
Well,
know.
either you're told you can't do that, or there's a law in your state or your country or your province. So that's where you get really clear about what you can and can't do right now, because we still, unfortunately, have to live under this one law at the moment, which is changing. So you just find ways to work around that, you know?
Here's God.
Yes, it's true.
Hey,
Okay,
Drew.
we're
Welcome, Drew. 2Q, welcome. Senorita, welcome. Sandy, welcome. Anybody that I've missed, Big Daddy, thank you. Big Daddy would like to come up, so I'm going to add him to here. I'm just going to put in the stream. He can come on up. We've got room here to say hello. Scott, would you like to talk a little bit about your channel so you can shout it out?
Sure. Okay, so this is the channel. This is my second channel, the Scott Kovac channel. It's going to be pretty much just a nature channel, but this whole pandemic thing has just been hard to get out into the parks and stuff. They're just actually opening in the parks like soon here, so I can get out and do some nature videos and stuff. I have a lot of stock footage on my old channel I want to upload onto it, but right now this channel here is going to be an everything nature channel. I'm going to be doing hiking, biking, fishing, drumming. I'm going to go in the back 40 with Luna, my big African drum, and pound on her for a while and play some music for you guys. So I'm looking forward and excited to do all that stuff. My first channel, the Scott Stops channel, it's going to be for live streaming. I'm going to turn that's being turned into a networking stream and a gaming channel. But this channel here is going to be everything nature. I'm kind of just transplanting some of my old content onto this channel just for now until I can get a base for this nature channel all built up.
Mm-hmm. And
All right.
Scott, how did you and I meet? I can't remember. Do you remember what channel we met on?
I believe we met on, I might have been Pizza Studios.
Okay. That could have
I'm
been.
not positive. It's been a while. We've been connected for a little while now. Because
Right.
I found you and I'm like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I like this channel. So I watched a whole bunch of your videos, and then my life has just been all turned upside down these last 3 months. I've had to move twice in the last 3 months into actually my own apartment right now. So I've been doing my best to get content out and be in other communities and stuff. It's just been totally insane. So the insanity has kind of come to a lull right at the moment. So I'm just trying to, I've been getting content out more consistently on a more of a regular basis now, and I feel good about that. And getting back and doing the live streams and stuff like that, I love doing those and being able to, because I've been around YouTube for like a few years now, and I've been through all kinds of turmoil here on the platform and stuff, and just all the insanity and all that with the YouTube, and it's kind of I'm finding now it's kind of calming down a little bit. So we're finding a little bit more normality again, and it's kind of easier to start reconnecting with people and networking and just starting to build. I know it's getting easier to start building my own platform myself now because I have a lot more balance and quietness in my environment. So yeah, so for me, when it comes to community and who I am, I love being part of the community. Like I said, I'm working at the grocery store. It's just all, even this part of that is all giving back, right? So for me, I'm in recovery. I'm gonna have 10 years clean and sober September 21st.
Great.
Yes.
So so for me, my communities that I'm creating are for me to give back what's been freely given to me, right?
Yeah.
And spirituality for me, it just like I said in the comments earlier, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. I'm just here right now doing what I'm keeping my life super simple and just doing this in front of you right now in this moment because that's all I got.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. I
So
love
I have to, yeah.
Diana Brienne, I do have to go. I do have to go right now. It's after 2. I have a members
Judy,
only.
thank you. I appreciate
Thank you,
you.
Judy.
A wonderful guest host. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I will talk to you a little bit later.
Yes, we will talk on Messenger. And Scott, I didn't get your email. And Cynthia, nice to meet you. And Rolling Homestead as well. Like-minded people is always the best, is it not? So blessings to everybody. Thanks, everybody.
I connect with you on your website.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye, Judy.
Bye.
Bye.
Well,
Rolling,
Diana,
I like the background.
yeah, that's what I gotta. My break is over. I gotta go back to work outside. I just came in here to sit down and cool off a little bit, and I figured I'd hop on, and you were on, so I got to get back to work.
Thank you, Rolling. I appreciate. Rolling, would you like to maybe one day come on as a co-host too? One day. I'm trying to. What I like to do is have. It's hard to come on here by myself because you're kind of up here for an hour, 2 hours, and you don't know what to say. Normally, I do my scripted 5-minute wisdom videos, and I know exactly what I'm saying. But when you come on here, you're winging it, and after a while, you run out of things to say. And so when you have other people on carrying the conversation, it works out so much better.
Yeah, it does. I've been doing this a long time, and we've got our podcast, we have our live streams. I've got all kinds of stuff, but it does help to have a partner. It's easier to talk about stuff. So
it is.
And I've only been up public 4.5 months. So that's
good.
Yeah, 4.5 months. And my channel grew really, really fast, over 6K in 4.5 months. And so, I had a channel for 11 years, but it was only for my family and friends. And so I came public in mid-January, and it grew tremendously. And so this is also new to me. And so coming on live, even though I did that on Facebook, it's a very new experience. And so I really prefer to come on live with co-hosts because they help you carry the conversation.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They do. All right, guys, I got to go back to work. So you guys
Rolling.
take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
So Scott, thank you. And would you be interested in one day coming on as a co-host too?
Absolutely.
Thank you. And Cynthia has, warmed my heart from the day I met you, Cynthia, on Facebook. We are Facebook friends. And she has this amazing warmth. No wonder you're so successful at what you do, Cynthia, because people feel drawn to you.
Well, I hope so. One of the biggest things, a lot of people look at my channel and they think, oh, she's doing makeup, but, goes in line with what we were talking about. I start out every one of mine first about skincare because, people talk about heart health and this, that, and everything, but your skin is the biggest organ you have. And you take care of it. It's protecting all the other stuff.
This is still true. Your epidermis is showing.
Well, you know, I will be 63 in 1 week. And so we're going to come on here in a week and we're going to do a happy birthday live stream and everybody can come on and sing me happy birthday, you know.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'll be 63. And I have to say, Cynthia, I agree with you. The skin is so important. And, you know, my biggest secret is I use water. I just drink a lot of water. Water, water, water. And I think when you're healthy from the inside, it shows to the outside.
Yeah, it does. And I always tell people that, you know, it's like you can work on your skincare, but there's things you got to know. First off, whatever you're putting in your body is having an effect. You know, genetics are going to have an effect. You know, moisturizer is going to have an effect, but it's not just one or the other of those. It's a package. You know, you've got to kind of take part in all that.
Absolutely.
You know,
It is a package. It is a package.
So,
yeah. What about you,
asking,
Scott? What do you do for your skin? You have to watch Cynthia's channel.
That's right. There you go. Hey, we have a men's line. It's all good.
Yeah, I know how to apply all my own makeup. It's all good.
Well, we'll teach
That's another
you.
part of my story.
Well, I think I'm probably going to close down the channel today, for the moment, and I'm going to try to come up pretty much close to every day. Y'all know I'm a 63-year-old college student, and I start back to college in I start back next week.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, we had 2 weeks off. So
Right.
I think it's easier for me to come on live and do an hour or so than it is to do my 5 minutes of videos because I have to edit those and all that. And even though I'll continue to do those, I think I may just do 1 or 2 of those per day instead of 5 and then just come on live. And so, you know, I want to do this on a regular basis.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, it'd be great. I look forward to it.
And, you know, thank you so much, Scott. Thank you so much, Cynthia. I appreciate. And so how do we do it? Does anyone know how I do it? How I always close out my channel? And thank you, everybody, for being here. Everyone. And I will go back and look at all the comments. Does anyone know how I close it out? Scott, do you know how to do it?
Yeah, you can just close off the window. You can go.
What do I normally do?
Go down and push stop cam. You can do that.
No, but what do I say? What do I say when I go to end my videos before I end?
You already pretty much have. So thank you, everyone, and you're showing your gratitude and stuff.
I just usually go from my house.
Yes.
Yeah, from my house to your house.
Yes.
May God bless you, and I hope to talk to y'all soon again.
Yes. Awesome. Bye.
Bye. Love you all. Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.